In today's episode of Doc Talk, I'm going to show you my very first amplifier. Hey guys, I am Dr. McFarland and welcome to my channel. Today is Monday and that means it's a new Doc Talk episode. And what I have for you here today is my very first amplifier. This is actually a K custom. Trying to see what model this is. This is a KLA20R. Alright, so it basically has an overdrive section, which is the gain and the level. It has a clean section. And then there's a high, mid, low. And then there's a reverb. There's also a headphones out and also a speaker out. And that's going to be very important here in a little bit. So I'm going to show you what I do with that. And then, it's just your basic run-of-the-mill solid state amplifier. It actually sounds pretty decent for being as old as it is. I'm not sure what year this was made, but I got this in the year 1994. So it has been quite a while. Series 8 chases, 120 volt, 30 watts maximum, and custom music, Cincinnati, Ohio, USA. So does that mean it was made in the USA? I'm not really quite sure. So let's go ahead and plug in the guitar and see what this thing sounds like. Now the first thing I'm going to tell you about this amp is the knobs are very crackly. There's a lot of weird noises coming out of it. So we might have to finagle some stuff here and there. But right now it's on the clean channel. Yeah. I probably need to take all the knobs off and spray it with some kind of contact cleaner to really work it out there. But we're going to start with the EQ on 12 o'clock and just see what happens. So. Oh yeah, that's just lovely. Alright, very cool. Let's go ahead and add in some reverb here. It actually sounds pretty good. Alright, very cool. So at least we know the reverb's still working pretty good. And let's kick it over to the overdrive channel. Alright, so what I know from experience with working with drive pedals, the more gain you have, it's not necessarily going to sound that much more distorted. It's just going to be more compressed and more like fizzy sounding. So we're going to test the level of gain here on the amp and see what that sounds like. Okay, let's turn the gain back down. Yeah, I mean, it still has the same character in the gain, like the same amount of bite and smoothness and whatever characteristics it has, but you're really not adding that much more oomph to the sound, just kind of getting a little bit more gainy. So. All right, cool. So now let's actually use the speaker output on this and plug it into a 2x12 cab. Alright, so here we are plugged into a 2x12 cab. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and crank up the amp a little bit and just to see what kind of sounds we get. Alright, very cool. That sounds great. Let's turn the reverb down just a little bit. Alright, awesome. Let's turn it down just a tad. And I'm going to keep the high, mid, and low at the same spot because the bigger speaker is filling in more of the sound. It's not sounding as small as it did with the 8-inch speaker. Well, I think it's an 8-inch speaker maybe. Alright, let's kick it over to the overdrive sound. Alright, very cool. So what does this amp sound like with an overdrive pedal put in front of it? Well, let's find out. So we're going to add in a little HX effects, mojo. We have a monitor sound, the compulsive drive, a little bit of fuzz, and we got some different varying degrees of delay. So let's check out what the custom amp sounds like with the HX effects. So here's the clean sound of the amp, and we're just going to have a little bit of slapback echo. Alright, cool. Let's throw in a little bit of monitor. Alright, here's some compulsive drive. And here's a little bit of Octavia fuzz. right, cool. So I think the amp performs pretty well for being as old as it is. I definitely wouldn't want to put all that dirt and stuff in front of the overdrive channel because it would just sound kind of weird. But the clean channel still works great. The speaker output into the 2x12 cab makes the amp sound way bigger than it actually is, and it's a pretty good pedal platform because it stays nice and clean, and you can crank it up all the way, and it sounds pretty good. So it did say this was a maximum of 30 watts. And I do have some other solid state amps that I use, and it's pretty comparable to the volume and the sound. So let me know down in the comment section what was your first amplifier, and do you still have it? Does it even work? So I am Dr. McFarland. This has been Doc Talk, and I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.